my garden friends. It's Beverly here. It's February, and there are a few crops that I must start in February. And those crops are my cool weather crops, such as my lettuce, my cabbage, my arugula, my spinach, my dandelion, and so forth. Come winter, I like to enjoy me a nice bowl of, for example, butternut squash soup. But come spring into summer, I love to enjoy me a nice garden salad or any salad for that matter. For that reason, it's important for me to get my cool weather crops going and to get them growing early in the spring before summer sets in when it gets too hot and then result in my lettuce bolting. And with it bolting, that means going into seed, which takes away from the taste and texture of my lettuce. So for those reasons, I need to start them pretty early. So you may ask, how do you know when to start your lettuce seeds indoors? So for me, there's a little calculation that I do to help me along the way. With my cool weather crops, I like to get them in my garden 8 weeks before my last frost date. My last frost date in my zone 5 is May the 20th. So if I look at my calendar and I go to my last frost date, which is May the 20th, I am going to count 8 weeks backwards from my last frost date, and that would take me to March the 24th. By March the 24th, my seedlings need to be at a stage where they are now ready to be transplanted outdoors. Remember, these are cool weather crops. They need to enjoy a cool period of growing before summer hits and it's starting to get hot. Now that I've established my date of transplant, you could say I now need to figure out when to start my seeds indoor. Normally, these seeds take 4 to 5 weeks to reach that mature stage of being ready to be transplanted. So now from March the 24th, which is the day I would like to start planting them out in my garden, I will count 4 to 5 weeks backwards from that date to see when to start my seed. And that would take me to February the 18th. So we're heading into the middle of February. So now is the perfect time for me to start my cool weather crop seeds. Hope I didn't get you a little confused there as to how I decide when to start my cool weather crops. In addition to starting my cool weather crops, I will be using my Jiffy seed starting system. I used this system last year and I had great success, so I thought, why not use it again this year? What I like about the Jiffy seed starting system is that the pellets, they're made of natural and organic matter. They're compact, so very little mess. So I really like that. I find them quite convenient. I will give you a quick demonstration on how I use the Jiffy seed starting system. For the pellets, this is the original size of the pellet. And what you will do, you will need to lay out your pellets, your 72 pellets or how many you're using. And you will add water to your tray, propagation tray, to about a half of the pellets. And you will make sure that the water get all four corners to reach, to have contact with each pellet. You leave them for 5 to 10 minutes, and in 5 to 10 minutes, they will absorb that water. Sometimes you may need to add a little more water, so you'll keep adding water until they're fully compact. And when they're fully compact, this is the size you will get. This is the size they reach once they're fully compact. If there are any excess water, it's important that you drain that water off, as you do not want your pellets sitting in excess water, and that would be no good for your seedlings. So the next step is, as you may can see, the pellets, they are covered with the netting. So you will need to pull back your netting to open them up. With my pellets open up, I will now take my tool, and I have my little tool here, that I will go and I will make my hole for my seeds. Since these pellets, they do have bigger sizes pellets, but I'm using this 36 millimeter. So I'm going to plant me 2 seeds in each pellet. So I will make my 2 holes in my pellets. If you maybe can see there, 2 holes in my pellets. I will go ahead and I will start planting my cool weather crops. And the first seed I'll be planting is my Swiss chard. And as I said, I'm planting just 2 holes per pellets. And then I just use my finger and I make sure to cover that hole with the excess soil. So I just make these holes a little bigger. And another way you could do this is you could just put your seeds on top and then you just put them down in the soil. Instead of making holes, you just put them on top. Actually, I think I rather that method. So I'll just go along with that method. I'll just close up these holes and I'll put me 2 seeds in each pellet. And I will just use my tool and get them down in the soil. And just use my finger to cover them a bit. That's my first cool weather crop seeds that I've started for the indoor seed starting. And that's my Swiss chard. I have already labeled them on the outer side, as you may be able to see there. So I will know exactly what is what. So that's it. So once I've done that, I will go ahead and I'll put my dome on. I've been provided with a dome. And lettuce, they do need light to germinate. So I will just cover up my dome and I will put it at my south facing window and give them some light, as most of these cool weather crops, they do need light to germinate and do not need any excess heat for germination. It makes. If you have ever used this before and you like it, or whatever your experience have been with the Jiffy, let me know. Drop me a comment in the comment section to let me know if you have ever used the Jiffy system and how you find it. I will continue on with that. That was just a brief demonstration. One of the first crops that I start each year is my pepper. So these are my pepper. I started in January. And as you can see, this is how they're doing. They're now at a stage where I can go ahead and transplant them. So I will be doing that later today. This is also my eggplant and my watermelon. So yeah, so these were the very first seeds that I started for the 2024 garden season. Just wanted to give you a quick update on that. And now I will give you a quick tour of my indoor seed starting just to give you a peek of what's going on. Over here is my propagation table. As you can see there, my geranium, that one is on the verge of blooming. A snake plant there that I have propagating also. Yeah, and my coleus. I did a video late in the fall on me propagating and overwintering my coleus. So that's what's going on, waiting on spring to come around. Then these will just take off. Another plant there, house plant that I'm propagating, and another one there. I'm even propagating some celery there. So yeah, so you could call this the propagation table. And over by my seed station. This is what's going on so far. So these are flowers, mainly perennials that I have there growing. Down here is my Alyssium, looking good. And my lobela there. Planted these after the Alyssium. So these are coming slowly but surely. And down here you will find some more flower seeds, a different variety of flower seeds. So these are coming along, and I will need to thin them along the way. Here I have me some more flowers. Some I've transplanted already to this section here. Yeah. So that's what going on for me on the inside for with my seed starting for the 2024 garden season. Thanks for taking your time to watch this video. And if you enjoy this content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Any question, feel free to reach out, and I'll see you in the next one.